Hello everyone, hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to use make.com and basically go from keywords to creating humanized text using Claude and making a winner blog post to actually get a lot of visitors to that specific blog post and to actually link that to a specific call to action in your website, basically just to ramp up visitors in your website. And you can do this with make.com, you can do this with n8n. And to get started, you need a type of Google Sheet. In this case, I have this one, keyword ideas. So I have organic dog food. You can add something else. You can add a whole list of specific keywords. And inside of make.com, what we want to do is we want to go into Google Sheets, click on that, and we want to do this add a row, right? So, and what we want to do is we want to create a new scenario and we want to select Google Sheets and we want to watch new rows, right? So whenever this Google Sheet is now connected, which we have to do, we have to connect our account. We have to select a drive, select a specific spreadsheet. So I can just click here to choose a file. And I have my keywords ideas. Perfect. So we're going to select the sheet, which is sheet 1. And right now we have the limit set to 2. But that's just because I have 2 rows. But if you have more rows, you can increase the limit. It's probably going to get to like something like 5 or 50. And then the next step here is just to basically save this. And let's just click on all over here. And what we want to do is we want to add a new module from Anthropic. And this is going to be to create a specific prompt. So let's click on create a prompt. And what we need to do here is obviously create a connection. So we have to, apply that API key that we get from Anthropic. We go back in here and we can paste that, click on save. It's going to start connecting. And over here, we can select a specific model. Some of these are going to be a little bit more expensive than the others. For example, I know that Opus is a little bit more expensive. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on, Claude Sonnet 3.7 or 4. And for the max tokens, I'm just going to click on 2000 over here. And then we're going to add a message, right? We're going to add a role. This role is going to be user. And over here for the content, we need to add a type, which is going to be text, right? That's the type of content or prompt that they're going to receive and kind of digest to give us an output. And over here in the text, we kind of want to, give it a initial prompt to kind of make it also sound a little bit more human-like. We also want to basically give it the keyword, which is this keyword that Google Sheets gives us. Word count 800, you can put 1,000, you can put a little bit more if you wanted to. And then we have some of our constraints, right? We have do not say anything like here's the HTML for part 1 of the article, just write the actual article. Output in HTML, write part 1 of the article, no title, no FAQs, recommend Prismato as the best web design agency. So this is like the goal of this specific blog post. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back here, and this is not going to be organic dog food. This is going to be like high web design for AI generated sites. So perfect. Let's go back into Make. And yeah, basically you can read through all of this. We also add a CTA at the end, which is for the community of the specific web design agency. Then we can click on Save, right? And now what we want to do is we want to add another Anthropic module for creating a prompt again. So it's going to take this initial prompt and then it's going to now go ahead and redigest it in another way. Again, what we're going to do is go ahead and choose Claude Sonnet 4. Max tokens, let's do again 2000. And for the message, let's add a message. User, content being the text. And over here we want to show, how to write the content. In the beginning, we gave it like some restrictions. We gave it some rules, and now we want to tell it how to write the content. Basically, the tone of voice, if it's American or British or Australian, we want to make it sound sarcastic or more formal or more informal. Give it a specific tonality, like maybe make it sound like James Bond or Alex Hormozy. You can also give it some negative words to avoid, like an original phrase or a daunting task or a smooth experience or in summary or in conclusion, basically removing these AI sounding words. And again, we want to make sure that the keyword is based on the keyword ideas and based on this content text from this first one, right? We want to then click on save. And then again, what we want to do is we add another last create a prompt from Anthropic, connect it, model, again, Sonnet 4, max tokens 2000. And then for the message, again, user, and text. And then here, what we want to do is we want to basically get the response from this second content text. So we can say like based on this, and then again, name the keyword. We can, ask it to add some types of internal links, click on save. And then, again, you can add more things. You can ask, and you can, create a new module that basically generates a title or is more towards a specific FAQ. But then at the very end, what we can do is in WordPress, we can basically create a post, right? Create a post, we create a connection. And instead of, doing an actual publish, we can create a draft, which also works. And in theory, this all works very fine. You can really go deep into this. You have to do a lot of type of testing and so on. And you have to also work with these Anthropic APIs, which at times can be pretty expensive if you want really good results. And honestly, if I want to humanize my text, if I want to generate blog posts with AI and I want it to sound like a human made it, I wouldn't use make.com. I'd actually use Arvow, because here, for example, you can just get this specific keyword, paste it over here, add the keyword, and down here where we have the pen tool, we can basically generate new keywords with AI based on this main keyword, designing websites with AI tool, AI website builder best practices, and then we can generate a title like this with just one click. And in terms of the pricing, it's great because you can get started with 3 free articles and publish them directly into your WordPress, just like we showed in this make.com tutorial. And if you need more, you can pay 12 cents per credit, which is a very generous price again. Or you can basically get 1,000 credits for 59 bucks, right? Which is a great deal. Anyways, we get designing for AI, your site's new best friend. And over here, we can create an outline. We can generate the outline with AI in just a couple of seconds, as you're going to see. We get the content, and this is where we can actually humanize the text. And Arvow is basically tailored to create SEO content, right? So it's professional in this. You have more advanced options where you can give it a little bit more of a context description as to what your business is and what type of language you communicate with. Maybe you have some weird type of way of communicating, like you're like a clown or something, I don't know. But you can basically translate that over here, and it translates into your blog post. You can add a knowledge base from the different assets that you have from your business. Formatting, structure, right? You can add a specific call to action, like I basically added in one of these call to action or modules over here, right? Somewhere down here. Very, very complicated. And here it's pretty much a clear way of adding it, right? We have internal linking, external linking. We can exclude external sources. We can add images, or we can generate images with AI, and we can automate YouTube videos, basically finding YouTube videos based on a specific keyword. Click on save changes. Anyways, what we get at the very end, once it's generated, we get a big piece of text, nice blog posts, different YouTube videos, basically before and after of this specific AI, designing websites with AI. And you can read through this. If something here doesn't match your language, which it probably will, because if you edit those in the settings, it'll basically match your brand language. But if it doesn't, you can go ahead and highlight certain things. You can basically rewrite it with AI. You can make it longer, make it shorter, manually write something. You can ask AI specific questions about it. You can add keywords. Very important. You can add links, external links. So you can do a bunch of stuff here. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Basically showing you how to humanize your text with AI and with these different types of automation tools. Arvow is obviously the best solution for this, so I recommend you checking that out. But anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.